Okay. Welcome to the Community Preservation Committee meeting, virtual meeting through Comcast Cable, Channel 18 in Fall River. You can follow through Fall River Government Television, Facebook, live stream. In case of meeting conflict, view on Channel 9. It's Thursday, March 31st, 2022, 6 o'clock. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. Can I have roll call? What I'll do is I'll call out your name and just say here. Paul Machado?
Yeah.
Chris Oliveira?
Here.
Alex Sylvia?
Here.
Carolyn Alburn?
Here.
Jason Burns?
Here.
Richard Colden?
Here.
Let's see, Victor Ferris?
Here.
Okay, tonight's meeting is Paul Machado, Chris Oliveira, Alex Sylvia, Carolyn Alburn, Jason Burns, Richard Colden, Victor Ferris, and John Brandt. We're missing John Ferreira, and also in attendance is Sandy Dennis, CPA admin, and Alex Mello from Forward TV. Ready? Any citizen input tonight?
No.
Okay. Can I have a motion for the approval of the minutes from March 24th, 2022?
I'll make a motion for today's meeting, March 31st.
Second?
Second. Jason Burns.
Okay. Can I have a roll call, just a show of hands? Okay, minutes pass. Tonight's meeting is a project selection for recommendation to the City Council, scores and votes. I guess first on the agenda, since we don't have any housing, we should move the, to have a motion to move the housing 198,596. Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to remove 192,000.
Nope, 198,000.
198,000 for housing.
596. Second?
Second that.
Okay. So
Roll call, John.
we did roll call.
No, roll call vote.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Roll call vote on that. Paul?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Alex?
Yes.
Caroline?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Richard?
Yes.
Vic?
Yes.
And John, yes. Okay. Vote passes. First one on the agenda tonight, the top vote getter was
John, you have to recalculate the columns.
didn't they recalculate?
No. Paul, you have too many threes and not enough twos. You may have to make one of your threes a two because we need 6 twos and 5 threes.
Harvest Blossom Workshop 2.
Okay, hang on. Let me just give me 1 second. Just bear with me so I can. Okay, so Blossom, hang on, let me find Blossom Workshop. Okay, bottom is Blossom Workshop Restoration. You're gonna make that a 2. Okay, perfect. Now that recalculates that project at a 4. So if everybody goes to their score sheet and makes that a 2, and then you click on your total point, it'll recalculate it to 14 for you. So just let me know if that worked for all of you.
I thought it recalculates it to a 13 because if you're taking away one of the points, then doesn't it go down to a 13 total?
No, he made the 3 a 2.
Right, so which means instead of it being a 14, it now becomes a 13 because it was a 14.
Hang on, let's see.
Yeah, we'll go down.
It was a 15 before.
I
Bottom
had
of
it,
blast.
I had it as a 14.
Oh, no, I have it as 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It was 15.
Oh, on mine it said 14.
Sandy sent a revised one, I think, and it was a 15.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at the revised one.
Okay, so
Okay.
let me just go through,
I have 14.
I have
Yeah, I have
14.
14 too.
Okay, so everyone should have, and let me just calculate Paul's. 1, 2, 3,
14.
5, 6. Okay, that's 6 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, so that columns. So those are your projects in order of selection. So the top project was the Father Kelly Lights. The second project that came in was the Quikasham Rail Trail and number 11, the Central Fire Station. Then the next project will be the Copacut Reservoir land acquisition. And then you have 2 at 13, which is the Fire Museum and St. Anne's Church. So those are your top projects. And at that, you're over your amount. So your FY funding available, you'll see at the bottom, it's 2151999. So I will let you all move on with your meeting and then decide how you're going to fund. So I'm going to step out.
Okay, so the first one would be Father Kelly's Park poles and lights for 400,000. In that 400,000, we have to list what we're going to be spending it on. It'd be 4 new poles, removal of the old wooden poles, electronic controls and light bulbs, lighting system, permits and fees, inspection and insurance, setting of the pole studs, crane rental, landscaping, soil condition, transformer, electrical scoreboard, all wiring needed for the fixture, rewiring the poles, install ground box. I think that covers everything. Did I miss anything?
Not that I can see.
Okay. Can I have a motion to fund this project?
I'll make a motion to fund the project for Father Kelly Park.
Second?
Second.
Okay. Next would be the Quikasham Rail Trail.
We need a vote, John.
Oh, sorry, jumping ahead here. Roll call vote. Paul,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Alex,
Yes.
Caroline,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Richard,
Yes.
Vic,
Yes.
and John, yes. Vote passes. Alrighty. Now, next one is the Westport Extension Quikasham River Rail Trail for 297,000.
John, is somebody keeping a running total as to how much we have left from what we originally start with?
I have a running total of the first 6 projects. I don't have a running after we vote.
Kristen, the spreadsheet will calculate a running tally for you. So I'll keep a record. Paul, I don't know if you want to keep a record of it too, because this sheet will automatically calculate everything. If we add anything, take anything off, if you decide you want to change anything. And then after each project, we can review and update the figures. Is that okay?
Sounds fine.
So, did it just recalculate from, or did
No,
we just not take that
no,
off yet?
yeah, no, because we didn't change anything. So if you
Okay.
change anything that's in green, it'll recalculate. Like, so, if you change it, I'll go, as you go through your projects, I'll update you.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we're not gonna overspend, that's all.
Yeah, we don't want to overspend.
Right, so
And did
Sam,
we already, in that total that you gave us, the 2,151,999, that's after taking out the amounts that have to go into the housing, correct?
Yes, because
that's-
if you,
okay.
yes, yeah,
And
because if
that's
you,
both- sorry.
yeah, if you look under the blue column at the bottom under total, I put the 198,596 in there.
Okay.
Okay, so right now you're over, so you're gonna have to figure out what you want to do with some of these projects that are in green.
Ready?
Andy, just to clarify, in the score sheet, there's actually formulas in the rows that will automatically calculate when you
Yep.
revise it. Right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And you can all calculate as we go along as well. This way we'll
Right.
know that we're all on the same page.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, so the Quikasham Rail Trail extension is 297, which is for construction and materials. Is there anything else we want to add to that? Oh, we have to add the 605 for deed restriction.
Yep.
And you have to add how many feet? I believe it's 500 or 600 feet.
500 plus
500
feet.
feet, right?
Yeah. Can I have a motion on that?
I'll make a motion.
Second?
Want to make it, Richard? Go ahead.
Doesn't matter. For a second, we get approved.
Okay.
Wait.
I'll make a motion to fund the Quikasham Rail Trail for $297,605.
Plus the 605.
That is with the 605.
Oh, okay.
297,605.
Already. And we had a second roll call vote. Paul?
No.
Chris?
Yes.
Alex?
Yes.
Caroline?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Richard?
Yes.
Victor?
Yes.
John, yes. Vote passes 7-1.
Okay, John, your next 11 is Central Fire Station.
Okay.
So this is where you, if you want to bond the fire and the museum, you might want to take your numbers out of order to discuss that.
Okay.
Because the fire museum,
Sandy,
You're
you
muted.
just went back on mute.
Can I have a motion to take the Fall River Fire Museum out of and move it up to talk about bonding with the Central Fire Station?
I'll make a motion to move the fire museum and put it with the Central Fire Station out of order to talk about bonding.
Okay. A second?
Second.
Okay. Roll call vote on that. Paul?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Alex?
Yes.
Caroline?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Richard?
Yes.
Vic?
Yes.
And John, yet. Measure passes. Let's see. On this, if we were to take the two projects, if they pass, would be a total of $1,036,164. If you add the interest in of $103,616 would bring it up to 1,139,780. Over 5 years, that would be bonded out to 227,956
Per year for the 5
per
years?
year. Yes.
Are we
Can I have a
having, are we
what's
having a
that?
discussion? Are we gonna discuss it or just a motion?
Do we want to discussion on it? Okay. Can we have a motion to consider bonding if the all projects pass?
I'll make a motion that we bond it if both projects pass.
Second?
I'll second.
Okay. Roll call vote. Paul?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Alex?
Yes.
Caroline?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Richard?
Yes.
Vic?
Yes.
And John, yes. Okay, so first one up is the Central Fire Station. Okay, on this project, we will be funding masonry cleaning, masonry repointing, masonry consolidation, masonry construction, install new windows, spandrel panels, doors for the bay doors, install new mini splits, lighting, and design fees for, well, we bond on that to 250. Is there anything else we want to add into that one?
John, how many windows and what side of the building, or all the windows in the entire building?
We're doing a north, this is for the north side.
Bedford Street.
The windows, they have 375. That doesn't sound right, does it? Am I missing something that I see 375 windows, but it can't be that many?
Seems like it might be 375 square feet of windows since they have the price at in square footage.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So it doesn't say number of windows, so I think we'll just say 375 square feet of window. Is that adequate enough for the board?
Yeah, on the north side, I think that will suffice if we say on,
Okay.
Sounds good.
25 square feet on the north side on Bedford Street.
Okay. Alrighty. Anything else to add? Okay, can I have a motion?
This doesn't need a deed restriction, correct? Because I believe it already had one from the roof prior.
I don't think we have a deed restriction on this one, do we?
I don't think so.
No, we'd have to add the 605 for deed restriction too.
So that's getting added to the total that we're bonding?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, the other, I know the fire museum, I believe, already has a deed restriction, but not the central fire.
Yes. Okay. So add 605. So we're going to have a motion for that.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
I'll second.
Okay. Roll call vote. Paul?
How much was that for?
Well, the total bonding would be,
Total bonding with, for if we do the museum with the deed restriction on just the center fire station, comes to 200. Actually, no, that's wrong because that's not per month. Sorry.
I think it would come to, well,
The total amount for the fire station itself is $644,474 plus 605 for the deed restriction. So it would be those two together.
it'd be $645,079.
474. Plus 605.
That's $645,079. Is it $605 for the
We have.
for the deed, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I got
Deed is
over
605,
300.
yeah.
So is it 645.79?
That's what I got.
Yes.
Yes.
Roll call vote on that. Paul?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Alex?
Yes.
Caroline?
Yes.
Jason?
I abstain from this vote.
Richard?
Yes.
And Vic?
Yes.
And John, yes. Project passes. So next one we'll jump on is the Fall River Museum. Here, I misplaced it in the book. Does somebody have that sheet handy that has the 391? Handy?
Are you just looking for the total, 391?
For what we're gonna fund, with the project, we're gonna fund the 391. I had it, but now I put it somewhere in this book. I can't find it. Uh,
Yeah,
Oh.
it's under the section appendix 7.
yeah,
George.
I just found it. Okay. So on this one, it's window restoration. We're gonna, this is phase one for 24 windows. Phase two is for 23 windows installed. Architectural fees and vestibule restoration.
Can you just say what side the windows are on, John, just to be specific for the contract?
Yeah. Phase one is the fire side, and phase two is the police side. That's window frames and sash. Anything else we want to add to that one? Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to fund the Fall River Fire Museum for $393,690 to be bonded with the Central Fire Station.
Okay. Roll call vote.
You need a
Paul?
second.
Oh, second, sorry.
Do a second.
Okay, Richard. Roll call vote. Paul? Chris?
Yes.
Alex?
Yes.
Caroline?
Yes.
Jason?
I abstain.
Richard?
Yes.
Vic?
Yes.
And John, yes. Project passes. All right.
So my estimate with those being bonded and for the two that we've already taken off, my estimate is $1,454,394 left. Does everybody else have that?
What's the total amount for the 5-year bond now? I come out with 230,884 because you added the 605 to it.
What was it, Sandy?
Because you added the 605 to the Central Fire Station, my bond figure is now 230,884.60 rather than the 227,956.
Okay.
Okay, if someone can just recalculate that for me, I come out with 645,079 for the Central Fire Station now.
Yeah, that's what I got.
All right, and then add the 391,690 to the museum, and you'll come up with your new total of 103,669. And then take 10% on that for your interest. I just want to make sure that you have the right figures in your squares.
Do we come up with a total?
103, 677. I come out with your interest of 103,677. So I'll do 103,669 plus 103,677. So my total comes out to 1,140,446. And if I divide that by 5, it's 228,089. 228,089. I just need a couple of people to refigure that for me because we don't want to put the wrong figure in that box.
What did, so did you get? You got 1,140,446. Is that what you got, Sandy?
Oops, 1,140,446. That's what I came out with.
Yeah, that's what I came up with too.
Okay, and then you divide that by 5 for a 5-year bond, and you
Okay.
come up with 228,089, Richard.
Let me divide that. Hold on one second. Divide by 5. I came out with $228,089.20.
Yeah, you and I guess you can drop the 20 cents if you want. And if someone can
Yep, I
recalculate.
just got the same numbers.
Okay, so your 5-year bond for Central Fire and the Fire Museum would be 228,089. So I'm going to put that in here just to show you.
It comes up to 925,694 so far.
Paul, what do you have?
925,694.
Okay.
What's 925,694? What? I don't have that number.
Total spent so far.
For bonding?
No, for the
Oh.
total projects.
Total spent so far.
I'm
Those are
adding
the-
them up.
Yeah, those are the first two. Those were the first 4 projects.
Yeah, but you can't count the first, you can't count the 2 that we bonded with the first 2 because you're not taking it off that total. Because you're bonding those. So that's not gonna come off the total that we still have left to spend.
That's correct.
So what, we've only spent, so far, we spent the 400,000 and then the 297,605. So you've spent 697,605.
But
Plus the
228,000 is going to come off this year's budget.
And the 198,596 for your housing reserve.
Okay, I thought you had already taken that off the top in the first place, off the,
That's in your total column.
see, none of that's showing him, mine's not updating,
Your sheet's not updating.
not updating.
Okay,
I'm doing this all by hand on my paper.
Okay,
My
yeah.
sheet's not updating.
okay, so my sheet's updating. Hey, hang on, I'm gonna just,
I was gonna say, Sandy, can you just share then, if that's okay with everyone, so everyone can just be on the same page?
yeah. So you have, hang on, let me do this. Land is 230. Let's see, and 150, okay. So Paul, I'm gonna go with Paul here. Paul, I have right now that is completely voted on, except for admin, which I can take that out. You have right now, you've spent 1,247,290. That includes Father Kelly, the Westport Quikasham, bonding central with the fire station, the 198,596 for your housing reserve, the 78,000 for the bond that you still have on the bioreserve conservation, and 45 for admin. So right now you've spent 1,247,290, and you have a total of 2,151,999 to spend. So your next project that you can look at is number 12. No, hang on, you're on number 13. So you have, nope, you've got number 13. You have St. Anne's Church, which is number 13, that you can talk about now.
I think we passed over Copacut when we took it out of order for the museum.
Okay, yep. So you've got the Copacut land is your next project to vote on, because that's number 12.
Okay,
that's
so
it.
right
That's-
now,
Right
I'm
now,
sorry.
you've spent 1,247,290. Paul, do you have that same amount? I have 45,000 in mind for admin. That's why I might be off from you.
'cause if that's
I just added in the, community housing.
All right,
Okay,
so
and go ahead, Kristen.
what's your total? My total right now, after all of that, we have left 904,709. Is that what you guys have?
That's what I have too.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Let me just, so let's see.
Yeah, the total you gave us, Sandy, was 1,247,290. The total that we have available is 2,151,999, and if you
Yep.
subtract, it leaves us with 904,709.
Right,
If that,
that's what I have.
okay.
Yep, I have the same thing.
Okay.
Yep, I have that same figure, 904,700. That's how much you have to spend if you want to spend all of it. If you want to liquidate the account and spend every penny, then you can spend another $904,000, 904,709. But your next project to vote on is the Copacut Reservoir Water Supply and Land Acquisition.
Okay.
Thank you,
So-
Sandy.
You're welcome.
Well set there. Thanks. So next up is the Copacut Reservoir Water Supply Land Acquisition. 230. It's for 16 acres of privately owned forest land off of Indian Town Road. We'll have to add to this one a Chapter 97 protection. So I think that's 605 we have to add to that.
Doesn't the water department handle those? And a Chapter 97 protection is much more expensive than.
Yeah,
They do,
They-
Paul.
they do
They do,
handle that.
Paul.
They've
Yeah.
been taking care of them.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, alrighty. So we just have to, it's just the 16 acres of forest land on Indian Town Road then. Nothing else? We can have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, second?
Second,
Okay, roll call vote. Paul,
Yes,
Chris,
Yes.
Alex,
Yes.
Caroline,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Richard,
Yes.
Vic,
yes.
and John, yes. Okay, project passes. Alrighty. So the next one would be
St. Anne's.
St. Anne's. We have a historic St. Anne's Church exterior restoration, the 150,000.
Plus the deed restriction of 605.
Plus the deed restriction for 605. And this would be for slate roof. Anything else we want to add on that?
I would just add that we make it contingent upon them securing the additional funding that they're requesting for the project from other sources.
Okay. So can we have a motion?
Motion to approve the project?
Second?
Second. Very lightly.
Okay. Roll call vote. Paul?
Is that the 150 with the
Conditions they get the rest of the funding.
okay. Yes,
Chris?
Yes.
Alex?
Yes.
Caroline?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Richard?
Yes.
Vic?
Yes.
And John, yes. Project passes.
Next, I think, is Barnabas Blossom.
Okay, you're at 1,627,290 now.
The balance I have is 524,104.
524,104. Okay, hang on.
104?
524,104.
Okay.
So, hang on. 2,151,999 minus 272. 524,709. Oh.
Yeah, but then you get the 605 for the deed restriction, so it brings it to
Oh, okay. Yep.
524,104.
Okay. Hang on. Let me do that. I'm going to put that in there. 156.05. Thank you, Kristen. Okay, so you come up with 524,104 now. I don't know if you want to add the filings for Massasoit and Fisk. John.
Okay, do we want to take Barnabas and then take those?
What's your next one?
Barnabas Workshop.
Sandy's on mute.
That's the next one I have. Is that what
Yeah,
everyone else has?
that's what I have too.
Alrighty. So next one is the Barnabas Blossom Workshop. And that is for 137,570. And that would be
Plus 605.
plus 605 for the deed restriction.
Yep.
That would be roof replacement, granite foundation restoration, clapboard shingles restoration, clapboard shingle siding painting, basement window restoration, 2, first floor windows restoration, 12, second floor window restorations, 4, door restoration, general wood consolidation, bulkhead replacement, concrete stairs patching and new handrails, structural framing. I think that covers everything in there. Am I missing anything there?
Just to be clear, we're going from the amount was 137,570 to now 138,175, correct?
Correct.
With the 605. Okay, thank you.
Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we,
I'll second it.
Ready? Roll call vote. Paul,
yes,
Chris,
Yes.
Alex,
Yes.
Caroline,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Richard,
Yes.
Vic,
Yes.
and John, yes. Project passes. Then we'll,
So my total now that I have is 386, 527.50.
was that 386?
527.50.
Okay. Next, it's the Dr. Fisk House.
Is that total that Kristen has correct? I think it's missing the deed restriction 605, unless I did it wrong. I have 385,929, but maybe I missed something.
No, I did 387.57. Hang on. Let me see. All right. Let me try this again. Oh, yeah, 385,929. Sorry.
What was that figure again for the Barnabas Bar workshop? What was that figure, Chris?
It was 137,570 plus the 605.
Okay, so what's the total?
138, 175.
I'm sorry, 138,
175.
138, 175, 138, 175, okay. And then, John, your next one is number 16, which is the Art Association. If you want to, that will almost liquidate your account. And I'm not sure if you want to put filing fees on the Fisk House and the Massasoit Fire.
What's the? Go ahead.
I just did the calculation on if we fully fund the Art Association, and that would leave us with 102,184. That's with the 283,140 plus a 605 deed restriction. So that still leaves us with 102,184 in reserve.
What's the board's decision on that? I'd kind of like to have a little, in case emergency funding. Do we want to continue with the projects, or do we want to make a motion to suspend here and add the 2 projects for the deed restrictions? Discussion, Alex?
It's really a shame because there's still so many great projects left, but I kind of think back to the emergency application the committee saw with the library, and I'm cautious about a similar situation coming up in the future and what we would do if we were presented with a large emergency application for something really important, and if we didn't have the funds to kind of meet it at the timing that it needed. So I'm a little hesitant to go down to maybe 100,000. But I could be swayed either way at this point.
I mean, is it possible to maybe partially fund them? Is there, are there things that we can fund in it that would at least kind of do?
From conversations I had with Mike Keene, when the committee in the past has partially funded applications, it was kind of hard for them to know what half we were trying to fund, especially when costs can be as easily broken down, right down the middle. And then, if they have a design fee for the whole project, they're gonna it's harder for them to kind of separate their designing process too in that respect. So I'm hesitant to split it up unless there's an easy way to do it. But from what I remember with the presentation, I didn't notice any breakout items.
So
Yeah, I mean, they have like some, but we funded the porch, then they're going to do the top. I don't know how that works with the porch, you do the porch and then you start working above it. I
Right.
mean.
I think they'd have to do the porch because that's where the foundation is and the porch is really starting. The foundation is kind of crumbling. I think they would have to start there.
So
So do we have any money that's gonna be coming back to us for any reason?
Yes, we don't have a total on that, Kristen. John and I met with the city administrator and the treasurer, but we now have another new treasurer. And I heard we're gonna be getting a new auditor, so now we're gonna have to meet with them to start that process. And I'm not sure how long it's gonna take for all that money to get in there and what the process is, especially with the new people coming on board. But we do have money coming back to us, but I don't have that exact amount. I'm safe to say it is over $100,000. I would feel safe saying that.
That's what
I
thought.
tend to be like Alex. I tend to be cautious with everything, especially the climate of the world the way it is today. You just never know. So, yeah, I would be comfortable saying that we could probably get another 100,000, if not more, out of what we already have. But I don't know how long it's going to take us to get that money back into our reserves. And don't forget, I have to check to see how many different categories we have extra money in. I know we have it in historic preservation. We might have some in housing and we might have some in open space and recreation too.
So I think there's a few things that we need to take into consideration. One, we don't know when we're going to get that money. The city doesn't have a city auditor and even an assistant auditor, right? Two, the biggest thing is, so as everyone knows, with everything going up because of COVID, material costs and everything, I mean, I would definitely be cautious and just recommend to suspend now because, having an emergency / rainy fund, we definitely should have, because again, everything is just going up. We don't know what the future holds. We don't know exactly what we're getting back and when we're getting it back. So I would just recommend to suspend now and just have, a good, decent amount of emergency fund for that reason, in case something does come up.
But I mean, we do, all the projects do have a 10% contingency. So to take into consideration for the expense of things going up. And like Sandy said, there are things that we do still have in the balance under historic preservation, at least. And I know community housing has some, right, Sandy? And then
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure how much. I would say community housing probably got liquidated. I don't think there might be anything there.
We don't have any projects for that anyway. But I mean,
no. But don't forget. Yeah, don't forget. You have what you had last year and this year in community housing. So you have a reserve of almost 250,000 in community housing going into next year. You still have in reserves 2,750 in open space that you can use. You have nothing in reserves for historic preservation, but what hasn't been spent, we have to figure out how much it is and how to get it back into our accounts to spend in our reserves. But I would feel comfortable saying we have at least 100,000, if not more.
What we have coming back, wasn't that for historic preservation?
Most of it, Kristen, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, most of it's historic preservation.
Well, I mean, if we wanted to get them started, we could do the foundation part of it, which would be 33,835. If you wanted to get them started. And that would still leave us with a good emergency funds.
How much did you say that was, John?
It added up to 33,835. That would be cleaning the granite masonry, testing the mortar, reset granite stairs, spot repoint the granite, remove and replace existing lead water lines, and remove and replace metal handrails. I mean, if that's something we wanted to entertain.
Don, what was that partial amount?
$33,835.
33,835.
Correct, yes.
I think Jason has his hand up.
Yes, Jason.
So if we fund that 33,000, that knocks us down to about 70 and change. I'm doing it quick here. And then we are looking at some money coming back, correct?
Yes.
So I would side with the idea of being pretty cautious and having a decent amount saved, but I would be in favor of spending that 33, but I would cut it off right there. That's the end game for me, because I'm not really sure what we're looking at getting back. So that's where I would draw the line for me.
Paul, would you put a deed restriction on that property because of the scope of this work?
I think, yes, I think that
Okay.
Yeah.
So you would add the 605 to that
at
amount.
605.
So it's 34,440, maybe a round off at 35,000.
Alex?
I will say that this is exactly what Mike Keene was talking about. So that 33,835 amount is just for the foundation work, but it doesn't take into consideration any of the costs for the design fee allowances. So for the firm to break up how much of their architectural design cost allowance was for the foundation, I believe is difficult for them. And then we would also have to allocate a portion of the design fee allowances, which we wouldn't know the exact total of to cover the work needed. You know what I'm saying?
You got a point there, yeah.
Right, so will City Tech just take a portion of the scope of work for the design work?
Hard for them to really probably tell how much it is.
Right, so in architects and engineers.
I mean, their design fee is $43,200.
Correct. So in our meeting previously, one of the questions I asked is, so when they design, an architect, any kind of design for any project, the scope of the work is just from start to beginning, not in phases, unless the project is broken up into phases. So I think that's an important question that we need to ask. Let's say we just partially fund, and then moving forward, what if we don't receive the additional funds to fully fund that project? That would be my only concern.
Okay.
They
So-
could choose to not accept funding if they can't do any partial work.
Yeah. So what's the board's feelings on this? Make a motion for the foundation?
So what's the total if we partially fund it?
I get 34,440.
Okay.
And then you have to add 605 for the,
I added the
That is-
65.
That's added in
So-
already.
oh, okay. All right, sorry.
So do we want to just round it up to 35,000? Like or do we want to leave it at 34,440?
We can round it up to 35,000.
So how
Are you
we
gonna-
getting-
Are you
Sorry.
going to include any architectural services?
Yeah, how are we getting that number? Or I don't know if it would be easier to fund the full design fee allowances, but I don't think they would necessarily use it all. And the work they do might change if they were to come back with a phase 2.
But in my understanding, in order to fund this project, I mean, if the design already has a design, you can't use their design if it's not fully funded. So maybe I'm just getting confused, but I don't think it works that way. They're not
In
gonna.
that case, they can turn down the award.
Okay.
I mean, it's a start for them. I mean, they can accept it or not accept it. Then,
No, right. No, and so the reason I'm saying this, and I'll just be frank, it's just, it's just not wasting the board's time and just, because again, I mean, it's what I do for a living. But I mean, it would have been great to have an answer now, but we don't. And again, in our previous one of our meetings, I asked that question on the city text, and clearly said no, we don't. So
Yeah.
they can accept but don't accept, right?
right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, can I just say something?
Oh, go ahead.
Can you just put contingent upon them accepting, because I would hate to go through the appropriation order process and fund them, and then they don't want it. Then we have to go through that whole process of trying to get this money back.
Right,
So
that's the reason I was trying to.
yeah, because to have to do, I mean, the appropriation order process takes a while. And I would hate to have to start that process. If we can find out from them if they want it before I do the whole appropriation, and then I can just add that figure in here because you voted on it contingent upon them accepting those terms and that amount.
Okay. Alrighty. So can I have a motion for the foundation, which is 33,835, then add a deed restriction for 605, brings the total of 34,440 upon them accepting the grant.
So
Yes, Alex.
is that not, are we not building in a contingency for this, like a 10% contingency? Because we're not including, I don't think, any of that from the previous total.
We could.
Also, is there a reason we're focusing on the foundation? Isn't typically?
I just figured it was working its way up, and it was a piece that they could finish, but
Typically, isn't it the roof down? Because I just added up the cost totals for the roof work, and that comes to, I think, 19,000, unless I'm misreading this. So it's a smaller amount, and then it prevents, the trickle down of water and any other damage that.
what's the
I know the foundation, the steps, and the railing would probably have a greater community impact with all the visitors and stuff they get going in through there. So I understand that as well.
Well, can we afford the 19 and the 34? Because it's still a lot less than the total of, the two, however much it is, 235, what is it?
you had 19,000, you said, Alex?
Yes, but if someone wants to double check that, I would appreciate it.
That would be repairing wooden gutters, coat wood gutter interiors, replace damaged shingles, resecure loose shingles. Is that what you'd want to fund?
So we're talking the foundation and the roof?
Yeah, I get 19,000. Yeah. I get 19,000 for the roof. So
Since the 19,000 of the roof and the 33,835 of the foundation added together, still, if we were to approve that added together, it would still be left with over 300,000. I'm wondering if we should just fund the contingency as well for it, and I don't know if they could use that for design fees that they would incur. I'm not sure if that needs to be more specific though.
So we'd be funding $79,210. that what you guys get?
What's the contingency? What are we figuring the contingency on?
That's 25,740. That's for cost overruns.
And how much is it again, John?
79,210.
No. What was just the contingency?
Oh, 25,740.
All right, yes, I get 79,180.
80.
Yep, 79,180. I
Just
get.
so everyone's clear, that contingency is for the full project that they applied for too. So it's definitely
Right.
higher than a normal contingency.
Right.
Yeah.
But it
What's
would still.
the math on what does that leave us with if we do the roof and the foundation? I'm sorry.
All right, hang on. So 385. We were at 385, 929, and then if we subtract 79.
307, 749 I'm getting.
I have 306, 749. What am I doing wrong there? All right. Oh, wait. 385.
Did you add the 605 for the deed restriction?
Yeah, hang on. I might have hit the wrong number.
We'd have over 300,000 still.
306, 749 I get.
Okay. So in this project, we would be funding the foundation, which we went over, the granite masonry, testing the mortar, reset granite stairs, spot repoint granite masonry, remove existing lead water line, remove and replace metal handrail. The roof, we replace the EPDM roof with a new PVC roof membrane at bay windows, install new aluminum downspouts, repair damaged wood gutters with epoxy compound, coat wood gutters interior, replace damaged or missing slate roof shingles, resecure loose slate roof shingles, and we'd add a 10% contingency, which is more than which should be 25,740 for a total cost of 79,210. Can we have a motion for that?
And that included your 605, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
79210.
I'll make a motion that we do this project.
Okay, second,
I'll second. Contingent on them accepting it.
all righty. Roll call vote, Paul?
Paul's muted.
Yes.
Okay. Chris?
Yes.
Alex?
Yes.
Caroline?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Richard?
No.
Vic?
Yes.
John, yes. Project passes.
I'm sorry,
Then,
was Richard's vote no?
Correct.
So no.
and I guess also if we could put on the Dr. Fisk house, the deed restriction for 105. Can I have a motion for that?
How much is it for, John?
$105 for the deed restriction.
I have to recuse myself for this one, I think.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to put 105 toward the deed restriction on Dr. Fisk house.
I'll second the motion.
Okay,
Just to be clear, that's the file it. The deed
File.
restriction's already been done. That's the file it.
wow, okay. Paul,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Alex, you're gonna sustain. Caroline,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Richard,
Yes.
Vic?
Yes.
John, yes. Measure passes. What's the next one we had?
The administrative for 45,000.
Didn't we have another,
You had
didn't
said
we have another deed
Massasoit.
restriction?
You
Oh,
had already
Massasoit.
taken that out of the total.
Yeah, but you didn't vote on it.
Yeah, but we have the
Oh.
Massasoit deed restriction too. Filing for $105. Can I have a motion?
What is it for, John? I'm sorry.
The Massasoit number 5 fire police station. We need
Oh, for the
105
filing
for
fee?
filing fee.
Well, I'll make a motion for $105 filing fee for the Massasoit firehouse.
I'll second.
Okay. Second, all righty, roll call vote. Paul,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Alex,
Yes.
Caroline,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Richard,
Yes.
Vic,
Yes.
and John, yes. Okay, and can I have a motion for, was it administrative for 45,000?
I'll make a motion for 45,000 for administrative.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Okay, roll call vote. Paul,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Alex,
Yes.
Caroline,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Richard,
Yes.
Vic,
Yes.
and John, yes. Okay, so I guess, I need a motion to suspend funding. What?
Oh,
Sandy?
before you finish, can we just confirm all the totals so that we're all on the same page?
Okay.
So my spreadsheet has a total of funding 1845490.
184590.
No, $1,845,490. I just want to make sure my figures are the same as everybody else's, because that's the figure, if everyone agrees to this, is what's going on the appropriation order that will go to the mayor and the city council for approval, vote. So if you want to just review your projects, if I can for a minute, Father Kelly Polls at 400,000, the Westport Extension 297,605, the Barnabas Blossom Workshop Restoration 138,175, the Copacut Reservoir Water Supply Land Acquisition 230, the Central Fire Station and Fire Museum bonding for 5 years 228,089, Dr. Fisk deed filing 105, Greater Fall River Art Association 79,210, St. Anne's Historic Church 150,605, and the Massasoit fire at 105, administration at 45, the 10-year bond on the bio reserve 78,000, and the housing reserve at 198,596.
I got the same total funded as you, Sandy.
Okay, thank you, Alex.
What was the number?
$1,845,490.
Totally not what I got there. I don't know why.
Same here. Sandy, I get the same.
Oh, thank you, Victor.
I'm sorry, can you give me the total one more time, Sandy?
Yeah, 1,845,490. And I can read through those figures again if anyone needs me to.
Okay, so,
And that leaves us with 306,509 in reserve, essentially.
Yes, yes. And then don't forget, you have still from previous years, 2,750 in open space recreation, and then in community housing. With this year's, you'll have 249,190.
And I should remind the committee that I think 2 of the approved projects have matching grants applications in, so we might also get more money back too.
Yes, yeah. One of Mike's projects, I believe, is one, correct, Alex?
I remember the Copacut Land matching grant, and then the Quikashane Rail Trail has a Mass Trails grant, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does everyone come up with the same total?
I'm still doing it.
Ready?
Somewhere I'm missing something.
Want me to go over it again, Kristen?
If you could, yeah.
Okay. Father Kelly polls 400,000.
Yep.
Westport Extension 297,605.
Yeah.
Audibus Blossom Workshop Restoration 138,175.
Yeah.
The land acquisition 230.
Yeah.
The Central Fire Station and the Fire Museum 228089.
Yeah.
Dr. Fisk 105.
Yeah.
The Art Association 79210.
Yeah.
St. Anne's 15605.
Yeah.
Massasoit 105.
Yeah.
The administration 45.
Yeah.
The 10-year bond 78.
Yeah. 78,000. Yeah.
Yep. And then the housing is 198,596. Now, under that blue box, I have a total. You should have 45,000 in one box, the administration. Historic preservation should have 596,289. Open space and recreation should have 1,005,605. Community housing should have 198,596. And then the total across that will hit 1,845,490. I'll bet you got 198,596.
No, I got 1617401. But I'm still confused about how you're getting. All right, hang on.
I'm gonna tally
So-
up mine. 5.
I'm not, so there's a difference. I know I added 228089 in here, but for whatever reason, it's coming out as a difference of 228089, and I did it twice. Let me try it one more time.
Did everybody else come out with that figure?
It's got to be me if you guys are all coming out with the same thing, so I'm just doing it one more time. Okay, 1845490.
1845490.
Yep.
You got it?
Okay. All right.
Alrighty. So can I have a motion to suspend funding?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Alrighty, roll call. Paul,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Alex,
Yes.
Caroline,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Richard,
Yes.
Vic,
Yes.
and yes for me. Alrighty. Any new business? No new business? Can I have a motion?
Can I just, I'm sorry, John, I don't mean to interrupt.
Sure, go ahead.
But who's gonna follow up with the Art Association to let me know if they can get something in writing for me? If they want to go ahead with that project and write out exactly what the amount is and what it's going to cover?
Do you want me to do that? I can reach out
Okay.
to Thomas.
All right, yeah, and if they can give us something in writing, because as soon as I get that, then I can start the process and get the information. I've still got to do the final report now.
Okay,
so
so I just
final-
want to, so it's 79,210, correct?
And that includes the drafting of the deed and the filing for 605.
Okay, so that includes the 605. Okay. Okay.
And I just want to thank everybody for their patience through this process. I appreciate it.
Looks like we got year 10 down, so it's,
Wow.
I think we passed some good projects this year, so we did, I think, a nice job. So I'll give yourself a round of applause. So does anybody have any thing to mention before we take a motion to adjourn?
Yes, I'd like to have all of us at least say a moment of silence for all the people in Ukraine, for all what's going on over there, and wish them the best so we can get this war over with. So. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, can I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second?
Second.
Okay, meeting adjourned.
No, roll call.
Oh, roll call. Keep forgetting that. Jumping ahead here. Paul,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Alex,
Yes.
Caroline,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Richard,
Yes.
Vic,
Yes.
and John Brandt, yes. Okay, meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thank
You all
you.
have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.